Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late May, early June 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aries collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week. My guides, talk to me. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going, let's rock. What do we got for Aries, please, and thank you. Got it. All right, quick. So we do have this magician type character, which could be a very, very good sign, my friends, but there could also be a little difference here with the magician and the tarot. This could be a little trickery afoot. But before we fully get into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this magician here. So you see him, like I was saying, yeah, there's similarities with the magician in the tarot deck. It could speak about creation, manifesting, controlling one's destiny and what they bring into their life, which could be very good. A lot of the Aries collective could be actively creating their future, whether they realize it or not. But another thing with this card, yeah, magic has a little bit of trickery involved, right? Hopefully this isn't somebody trying to like, hey, look at this hand while the other one's doing something different. So watch out for stuff like that. I mean, I'm not saying that someone is like maliciously hoodwinking you or anything like that, but this magician could speak about illusions of some sort, okay? Whether you're being fed an illusion or you're putting one up. So it's an interesting card, but I like to tend to stick to the more optimistic approach that a lot of you could just be creating your reality, your future in a very, very positive way. So we're just going to place him over there. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say with the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you 3 of these in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness going. Shuffle it up here for Aries, please, my guides. What do we got in late May, early June, my friends? So, last week's reading was titled Here They Come, and a big theme with that was there was a lot of returning type of energy, like things circling back from the past. So that could still happen in the coming days and weeks as well. But I'll say this, speaking of this manifesting that we saw with this magician, the past several weeks there's been a magnetic energy attached to the Aries collective. Like a lot of things could be coming your way. Good, bad, and indifferent. So we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. Let's get you 3 cards. What do we got for Aries this week as we move into early June? Thank you. Okay, so we're starting with a pretty positive card, in my opinion. We have the Page of Cups, big communication type of card and energy. We'll speak about it a little further. Let's get 2 more. Interesting that we have communication showing up front and center, whether it's you communicating or others around you. Let's get 2 more. All right, yeah, and we have a little bit of stress here. Okay, someone might be stressed out, stressing a little bit. We got the 9 of Swords, position number 2. 1 more. Then we'll really start piecing this together. It could be a little bit of a mixed bag, my friends. Let's get what's going on. Thank you. Hopefully you're not having sleep issues. Okay, so we do have the 10 of Wands. And intuitively, I'm going to say this even before we fully get into it. If there is something weighing heavily on your mind or heavily on you, it will really behoove you to like really let it out and speak to somebody about it. But let's just go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get the juicy intuitive messages going. Now, at first glance, when I look down here, we have a nice even distribution of the elements. So this could represent different areas of life. It doesn't have to be one particular thing, but we have communication, and we have some cards that could be a little bit of a challenge, right? Whether you or somebody else might be dealing with some challenges and hurdles. But position number 1, we have the Page of Cups. This could represent a water sign in your life. Pages represent new, they represent youth. When the Page of Cups shows up, yes, they're all students, they're all learning things, so you might be diving into new things, learning new things, but this is the biggest card in the pages of letting one's emotions out, emotional communication. So this could be messages, this could be talking, this could be venting in some sort of way. And that's why when I see all these cards of challenges coming up next to it, if there's something weighing on you, it would really be beneficial to like let it out and have some sort of talk. So we're really going to want to see what's up with this if this isn't representing an individual in your life. So we're going to put this page here. In the inverse, this page of cups could represent somebody who is like purposely not speaking as well in the inverse. So watch out for this type of energy. There might be someone who has something really heavy on their mind and they're not speaking it. Now moving to the center, we have the Nine of Swords. Like I was saying, this could be somebody stressing out a little bit. You see the imagery of this card, the person, they're sitting up in bed, they're stressed, they're anxious, they're nervous type of energy. When I see this, it could be issues in the night. You could be having trouble sleeping and stuff like that when the Nine of Swords shows up. There is a connection to the paranormal that I always link with this card. But generally, when we see this, it's like either you or somebody else could be having a hard time in the night sleeping or just stressed, anxious. So we really want to clarify this and see what the root cause of it is. Generally with swords, that's another communication type of energy, but it's also a mental. So your mind might be going a little more than usual. It's interesting how this is all going to play out, my friends. So let's just put this Nine of Swords right here and move to the back end because we do have the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands to me is a card of burdens. Okay, it could be mental burdens, physical burdens, emotional burdens. You see the imagery here. This person, they're holding that bundle of sticks. Now, the good thing with this card, it could represent determination, willpower, continuing to move forward, right? Like regardless of how heavy the task is, this is heavy as the head that wears the crown, or just someone that has a lot of burden on them. In its most challenging, this could be somebody experiencing guilt. This could represent physical injuries. This could represent illnesses. So these are some warnings that we have to look out for because we have mental, we have emotional, we have physical. So it's like we're seeing various different things. So there can be some warnings for us to look at. But generally when we see the Ten of Wands, it could be someone that's on the struggle bus a little bit, right? So we want to see, especially combining with the air right next to it. But like I said, there's determination to continue moving forward when we have the Ten of Wands. So this is going to really play out interesting. I really want to dive deeper on all of it, Aries. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aries collective. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that page. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Page of Cups time. Why is this Page of Cups here? Please and thank you. Thanks. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. And I've been getting this for the past couple of weeks as well. There could be some good news. So we have like a huge mixed bag here, my friends. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of abundance. Monetarily, you might have some sort of big influx, or materially, there could be some sort of big influx coming your way. For a portion of you, this could represent new work situations, new jobs. It's very sturdy, very grounded. Now, with all these challenges coming up, we're really going to want to see, but for a portion of you, you could be receiving good news. And I've been seeing that for weeks for a lot of Aries, that even though there might be challenges, even though there might be warnings happening, like this could be a very good, deep emotional conversation. When we combine water and earth, this is bountiful. It's blessings. So for some of you, you might receive some sort of big blessing coming in by way of message, someone dropping some news on you. This is really good. But once again, we have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands looming, so we want to see what's up with that. It would be even better if these cards start resolving and getting better. Then overall, the reading will be very nice. Nine of Pentacles could also represent independence as well. Somebody feeling like they can do it on their own, or they need to do it on their own. So maybe you're having that conversation with somebody as well. Like, listen, I need to do this for whatever reason. Like, I need to do this. I need to get this done. That's another intuitive vibe I'm picking up here. Aside from the blessings and possible good news, some of you might be just really claiming your independence in some sort of way. So we're just going to put that down there. Let's continue working through, because I feel like there's a lot happening. Remember, I said there could be various different areas of life. Monetarily, there could be big improvements for sure. And just to point out, we have every element showing up here now. We have earth, water, air, fire, so a lot of mixture happening. Let's see what's up with that Nine of Swords. Let's see what this stressed out type of energy is doing. So why is that Nine of Swords here? Thank you. Magician. Yeah, ooh, yeah, please. Try to keep your mind right here. And the Magician energy showing up again. Do I have to remind everybody what we had in the very beginning about manifesting, about creating? And with this Nine of Swords energy, you really want to try to keep your mind state as optimistic as possible in this time. This could be like a very important warning about your mind state. Some of you might be going through challenges, right? You might be going through various different challenges in this time, and it could be affecting the way you view the world and the way you view things. So you might really need to just keep your mind right, because you don't want to accidentally bring towards you what you don't want or don't need, okay? Because I'm getting the energy of someone possibly reverse manifesting here. So please, like, try to keep the mind right, keep the intentions clean and clear. This is a warning about, like, the mind state. Once again, this could be someone trying to get a hold of their mental, right? Like, because the Magician could also represent control. Remember that. It's an energetic conduit, and there's a lot of mental energy happening right up the center. Aside from the reverse manifestation message, I do feel like this is somebody that is trying, their brain might be a little messy, you know, their thoughts might be scattered, they might be nervous, and they're just trying to keep it together in their mind. So watch out for the nervousness and anxiety. We're going to keep pushing. I feel like those are the two main messages in the middle, but it could be an important warning. Let's see what's up with the 10 Wands. Try to keep the mind right. I know it's easier said than done, especially when we're going through challenges, right? And I empathize, as most of you already know, I'm part of the Aries collective myself, so let's see what's up with that 10 Wands. Why is that 10 Wands here? Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Yeah, nothing or nobody can break you in this time, okay? 3 9s as well. That is something that is extremely important that we have to add to this reading, because 2 of them are very positive here. Now the 9 of Cups, the wish fulfillment type of energy underneath this 10 of Wands, something could turn out way better than you think it's gonna. If you're going through some sort of big struggle, if you feel like you're going through a trial, a tribulation, a huge test of some sort, this is a payoff in the end, right? Because when I see the 9 of Cups, look how happy this person is. Our little friend John Travolta here, sitting by the cups. Those cups are full. It's loving, it's caring, but it's wish fulfillment. Having everything that you want and need, very similar to this 9 of Pentacles on the back end. 999. So you might want to look into the angel numbers of 9, because there's a lot of energy here. There could be signs and omens. Spirit could be trying to speak to you. But at the end of some sort of long road, at the end of some sort of struggle, there is like a huge or massive payoff to be had, which feels good to me. Okay, especially with all the repeating numbers and stuff we have going on here. Aries, yeah, there's some stuff happening in the center, but we have some really luscious energy of payoffs and you overcoming something. Trials, tribulations. Let's go through and do a quick little recap, because we do have a lot happening here. Just as an overview, we have 999s, we have a Magician, we have a lot of stuff happening. But position number 1, we have the Page of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles. Like I said, some good news could be rolling in, specifically monetarily or earthly type of money. You might be wanting to have some sort of talk with somebody where it's like, all right, I need to take charge of this. I need some independence here. You know, I need to take charge of this situation. Moving to the center, though, we have the 9 of Swords with the Magician in the upright. And taking charge and independence, that's kind of part of this whole thing, right? I'm getting that, like somebody trying to get things under control. This could be someone in the center that is either possibly reverse manifesting. This could be Spirit saying, like, hey, if you're going through troubles right now, try to keep your mind right, keep your mind clear. You don't want to bring things towards you that you don't really want. But another thing, like somebody trying to just keep their mind, you know, someone might be nervous, anxious, very foggy, and they need to keep their mind right, is what I'm seeing right there in the center. However, as we get to the back end, yes, there's an important warning here, whether you or somebody else, but we have the 10 of Wands with the 9 of Cups, improvement. You might be going through big tests, huge tests, and different hurdles and stuff like that, but there is a huge or massive payoff on the back end here that things are going to improve, things are going to get better, things will be okay. The cycle will continue to kick over. And I would say it's very important that you look into the angel number 9, okay? Let's get into the shadow card. Please take a screenshot of that if you'd like. Some of you also might be very close to having something within your grasp. That's another vibe I'm catching here, because usually 10s and 9s, those are like the back end of a journey and a cycle. So there could be something that is just within your grasp. Let's get a shadow card. I always like to pull one from this Shadowland Tarot. You probably know that if you watch these readings. Let's see what's in the shadows for Aries. Very interesting, my friends. Real quick. Thank you. And there it is. We have another 9. So in this reading, we have every single 9 in the whole tarot deck, because we have the 9 of Wands here. The Wounded Warrior showing up for us. Now, this can speak about somebody that could be a little standoffish. You might feel like there's a lot of blocks in your way. You might be skeptical in this time, or very territorial about what you have, like whether it's relationships or whether it's physical possessions. The 9 of Wands is extremely protective and territorial, so that might be heightened in this time. But notice, this is also a card that could be someone putting up a wall, so watch out for communication issues. It might be beneficial for you to, if you're going through troubles, let somebody in and speak about it, just like we saw in the very beginning. But once again, all these 9s showing up and in the shadows, like repeating numbers, signs, omens, those could be huge in this time. So Aries, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. For the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 boxes of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is an awesome deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you the most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I will announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.